Welcome back, everybody, to A Certain Point of View. You have the crew here today, Jake, Brian, and Jill, as we are doing a match reaction to the latest IG match, the one of the final round one matches here in the IG tournament, and it's a big one because we have the winner of the play-in match, Mr. Greg Alba for the Quickie Mercs, playing the two-time IG champion, Mike the Killer Kalinowski. His return to the IG division. And it's a big one. Obviously, we're going to see what he remembers and how he does after taking a 6-month break from the division and trivia altogether. I mean, it's interesting because that poll came out earlier this week on Twitter about who's going to win, and a lot of people were saying Mike's going to win by KO. He's going to win in the second round. I'm giving the win to Mike here. I think he's going to win, but I think it's going to come down to like one of the last 2-3 questions. Like I think it's going to be a fight until the very end.
I agree.
I'll agree with that. Like Greg has really shown he knows his IG. And yes, Mike's a former champion, but you can't discount that Greg is good. Like So I do have Mike winning this one, but we're definitely going to a round 3, no question in my mind.
I would love to see an upset here. I know Mike is like he's the hill to climb for that right side of the bracket. I'm sorry, like I'm not a corruption person. And I picked the Quirky Mercs at the beginning of the season, and so obviously I want to see Greg Alba or the Quirky Mercs win. But I think it would just be fun to see someone like Alba, who always discounts himself, to take on someone like Kalinowski and end up beating him.
It would be a huge upset. Huge upset, but
big time.
I have a lot of faith in Mike, and
he's proven himself enough.
I mean, he's only held a belt, so I mean, I think he's proven himself a couple times that he's good
that's true.
So I'm definitely going with Mike on this one, but it's definitely going to round 3. I don't see it being a KO TKO, but I could be surprised. So
agreed.
We never know what happens in Schmoedown. So
that's so true.
So true.
We will see.
It'll be
all right. Well, let's go ahead. Oh, go ahead, Brian. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say it's gonna be interesting to see how the wheel round turns out, because that could be interesting. I'm curious. I would like to see Greg hit a wheel square that he's really good at and just see what happens after that. So we'll see.
It would make it a fight. It would definitely make it a fight. All right, let's get to it. Let's go ahead and start this match. I will share it, and Brian will set it up on his end. We'll see if there's a promo at the opening. If not, we'll jump right to the promo. Mr. Avlicino, the controls are yours. Did you share audio by chance?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I literally have like one job in this whole entire show.
You have one job, Brian.
Hey, at least I did it now. At least I did it now and not while they're talking.
Yeah, it's literally just this one
Luckily,
thing.
Luckily, this isn't live, so.
That's very true. That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun.
Do I have to do a whole entire new one?
Yeah, you just gotta exit it, pull it from your stream, and then do a new one, and make sure you share the audio.
Oh my God. It's your job.
2 more round 1 matches. Friday's a big one too, and we'll talk about that at the end of the week. But Parker versus Goddard is going to be freaking.
Oh man.
Oh my.
That's going to be a match.
A slugfest.
That's going to be.
And of course, now there's an ad attached to it too.
Whoop, whoop.
All right. Oh, I literally almost did it again.
It's all good. Guess what? There we go. All right. Cool.
Did it.
Service comes
Did anyone
to
like
you.
AAA?
Make sure your vehicle
I have
is ready to
AAA.
go.
Nope. No sponsor. Is it in full screen?
It is not in full screen, sir.
There we go.
Perfect. All right.
20
Welcome back.
3 hours later.
I
should cut and put one of those in the middle.
Man,
of
oh man,
Do it.
patrons, you guys are in for a treat. If you are getting this early,
Yeah, go ahead and find the promo
he
there.
has made his return. The
Where's Miss
former
Laura?
2-time king of the Inner Geekdom division, the killer,
I think
Mike
it's
Kalinowski.
Pretty short.
For a reason, not because he's actually won it.
No, listen, this is going to be something to watch here because both factions are scrapping.
I think that's
right
the corruption.
You look at what the
corruption
Corky
promo while they're
Mercs
talking
have done. Even in Star Wars, where they came up short, but Joseph Scrimshaw fought to the wire in that
There they
match.
are.
Ever seen, and you're the next stop on that.
I want the whole experience.
If
I
somebody
know
could
the whole
defeat Mike
experience.
Kalinowski, and we'd stop you right there. We'd laugh you out of the room. But with Greg Alba, not only are you still in the laboratory,
Dr. Victor
it's time to
Frass.
experiment.
I
I
kind of
want to
understand
say
that.
I always get excited to watch these promos.
I want to
so
see
shut
Harloff
you
just
up
like
and shut me up
switch
and-
one letter
Here
of
we
his
go.
name and see if people notice.
Do it.
I don't think he ever will.
Do it.
Ooh, the music. This promo was so good.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
I want to prove that I'm the best Intergeekdom player this league has ever seen.
Do you need it louder?
You're the next stop on that.
No, it's good. Crazy. Crazy.
I was screaming my head off.
I was always doing things for you guys. Well, guess what, guys? I ain't doing this for you guys anymore.
Oh my.
I want a manager that can make me win to get to 3 belts. That's what I'm doing this year. You're all on notice. You saw what I did with one hand tied behind my back. Not anymore. I'm coming after everybody.
Yes, Kalinowski.
How foolish of you all to believe that for even a second. The man who made the Intergeekdom League what it is today, the 2-time Intergeekdom champion of the world, the last man standing from the old guard. Watch his faction fall into trouble and choose to do nothing about it. Now I know that Koi got stuck between a rock and a hard place and he had to make some decisions fast. He chose to sacrifice a
Wicked
young
smart.
incontinent boy by the
Wicked
name of
smart.
Greg Alba to a division in which, quite frankly, he doesn't belong.
And your winner by way
Still can't believe that
of
match.
knockout.
No.
A little tired. People counting out my boys in the Schmoedown because I feel like they see it as some sort of hierarchy where there's like
Hey,
this
Coy.
elite squad and this
Thirst
squad. I'm here to tell you,
Third crap.
it's made of mercenaries.
I love his shirt though.
Pension
Look at that.
bad.
Out the real rejects in the Intergeekdom, and then we went 2 for 2. Y'all were sleeping.
I see
on the Real
you.
Rejects
Koi
as a team
looks
and as
like
individuals.
green.
Greg Idris Elba
Arrow.
was also sleeping on
Oh,
his
Stephen
Intergeekdom
Mill?
abilities, but I knew.
No, Oliver Queen. Just
Oliver
Oliver Queen. Got
Just
it. Oh, with the
Oliver
beard and everything. Yeah.
Greg Alba beat Mike Kalinowski, it's a wrap for KO. It's a wrap.
Well, your next
Michael
entrance dressed
Kalinowski.
up is
The god of the geekdom. I mean, what a lot of people might not realize about Michael is he's actually single-handedly responsible for getting us the Snyder Cut now. In the original draft of
Thanks,
Avengers
Mike.
Endgame, Mike was the one who reversed the snap. You know why the next Avatar films are taking so long? It's because Mike hasn't agreed to star in them yet. That's incredible. All right, I don't know. Like, you can do things no one's ever heard of. Wish me luck.
I may have gotten lucky on that plan. Greg, you're going to need a lot more than luck to take down the king.
nice. Oh, that's a rad image right there.
He rocks the beard too. I like the beard.
Kalinowski
Yeah.
beard is.
The man can do
100.
no wrong.
It adds a different level to the KO factor, you know?
I mean, if you are going through quarantine
Like
and
you
haven't
said,
grown a
hype is
beard,
there,
you are
but
doing
anytime you
quarantine.
get Mike
Very
Kalinowski in a
true.
match.
Very,
you're
very
gonna be
true.
ready.
See,
You're
look at
gonna
Elvis.
be ready for the excitement that he
Elvis got a
brings. He's
nice
a
beard,
top
too.
tier competitor.
He's been rocking it for a while, and
I
for the
know.
longest time, he never had one. He was just clean
Brings
shaven.
something special to
His
the fact
quarantine
what
beard.
Greg Alba
Yeah.
just
Quarantine
Yeah.
beard.
did here. He's got that kind of Cinderella story.
Yeah.
thing already happening.
Shannon
So,
and Coy
I'm pumped
talking.
for it.
What do
The
we think?
Personalities.
Yeah,
are
no,
beginning
no,
to
go and
come
skip
out.
the manager. See if we
Even
can find the manager
the
portion.
little jabs that I don't know if they were
I feel
little
like
jabs. The big jabs that Shannon
Coy's
was taking
too
at
nice,
Coy, and
and
Mike
then
still holds a grudge on
Shannon's
Coy from that.
The Queen.
Coy Andrew. Here
Shannon's-
they are right now. The queen herself of corruption. Shannon is here.
My queen.
And of the Corky Mercs. Coy,
Now, are
let's
Mike
tell
and
you here,
Shannon
Shannon,
just gonna like tag
is
out, or
something for you
I-
guys because of what
I don't
has
think that's the
happened
normal
over
setup.
even the
She
last
might be like in a
couple
back
weeks.
room
You said it.
somewhere.
To your
okay?
credit that everyone was counting you guys out.
I mean, that
or
would be interesting. That's a very
That's
interesting
on her.
point. They're the only
Like,
people in the Schmoedown.
They're the only people who
Chance
could, right?
Ellison
Yeah.
wins the big match
Unless you
against
were a manager.
Alabama. And here
Unless
is
I was
Mike.
a
How
manager.
confident are you going into this match today?
Oh, I'm feeling pretty darn good about this. So we've got nothing to lose here. Mike is our main man, and he's ready to do business. I am calm and
She's
cool,
probably on her
and
phone.
I'm feeling good.
Coy?
Yeah, maybe. Or like a laptop,
Big
maybe.
match for Greg. We didn't know. he was going to be here.
Pillows.
We didn't know that the real rejects.
It took us the longest time to figure out what they all were.
And Greg shows up with a massive KO as he beats the Warfather. This is a different type of match. This is a different type of competitor. How do you prepare for a Mike Kalinowski?
His internet has gotten increasingly better over time.
I like being the underdog.
Right?
I said it before. The geeks are the underdogs. That's why we're here. I prepare for this by counting on Mike's overconfidence.
Terrible
Mike
t-shirt.
Kalinowski
Look how
is the
green
only
his
person
eyes are too. Let's
Yeah.
Jake, it could be a joke T-shirt.
It
Oh,
just
never
feels
mind.
comfortable.
No, it's not.
Going into this comfortable. I talked to Greg about nerves. I talked to Greg about
Yeah, he probably got it at the screening or something like that, so I can't blame him for wearing it, but what a bad movie.
I want him to go in calm, cool.
The Fate of the Furious.
I can
Yeah.
beat Mike Kalinowski.
I would
can
love to know.
beat Mike Kalinowski.
Oh,
Yeah, you know, Shannon, Han Solo once famously said, "Never tell me the odds." Now, usually that's something you hear from underdogs, but I'm curious, in your coaching of Mike, do you want him to know that he is the heavy favorite here today, or do you want that to not play into his mindset pre-match?
It doesn't matter. Mike is engaged and he's not worried about whether. I mean, Mike is always the underdog. You want to talk about wanting to be the underdog? That is the story of Mike Schmoedown career, is being the underdog. So no matter how high up the pole he gets, there's always someone there to discredit him or make him feel lesser than. So I don't even think that's a thought with Mike. He's ready for Alba. He's focused in on it. And I don't know if telling him or not telling him would really make a difference at this point, because it's a different Mike Kalinowski.
All right. Well,
Yay.
thank you to both.
I'm interested to see this different Mike Kalinowski now.
Me too.
George Andrew, leader of
I'm
the
really
Corporal
stoked
Mark.
that Mike
We'll
is back
see
in
it
the ring.
just a moment here. As
The
I put
Schmoedown
in the
is
way
so
from
much
their
better
mark.
when he is,
Before we get
because
to
he brings
the
such a different level to it.
Today, look at Corruption, where they are
Wow.
in the rankings.
So
Both
if Corruption wins,
as
They
we've
go to
seen
fourth
with both
place.
the Intergeek
Wow.
and the Star Wars tournament for Corruption,
Wow.
and obviously the Quirky Mercs have made some headroom. But
Wow.
this is for all the marbles
And
right
that's
now.
just
First
in-
round, first match.
that's just in 3 matches.
The second match.
They've
Going
done
from
that.
last to fourth.
You ready?
Yeah.
and they
I
have
read him
Wow.
they
They have every player in
competitors
still.
to get
Yes.
points for their faction
Yes.
in this tournament.
Wow.
So let's have it.
Ladies and
That would
gentlemen,
be the
it's time
scariest
for
thing,
the movie
is them having
trivia
every player still in after this first
Schmoedown.
round.
Introducing first.
I mean,
That's what you should cosplay as, the Quirky Merc.
I rock a good Hawaiian shirt, man, for sure, and I love myself a banana.
No defeat.
The one food I don't like, bananas.
Really?
The one, literally the
Oh.
one food I will not eat.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't like cottage
Okay.
cheese either, but bananas are good. I like
I
banana
do
bread. Yes, Greg.
Hello there, Christian Harloff. Mark Ellis. I'm excited to be here.
Always
Does his shirt say I'm kind of a big
I'm
deal?
happy to see it.
Yeah.
It's happy in the first match of the tournament. At first, I thought it was the quarterfinals. It is not the quarterfinals. It's the first match for you. And this is
Because Greg was a play-in.
play-in match
Yes.
against the Warfathers,
Yes.
which you even seem surprised.
Which he didn't play like a plan, but
I am.
it was
No.
either him or his partner in crime.
Kalinowski, a two-time Intergeekdom champion. How are you feeling going into
Koi at this point looks like a pretty big
it's a really
genius. They're
big
playing the
leap
real
for
rejects in the
Warfather.
IG tournament.
Right?
I'm gonna do my
But everyone's like, what are you doing?
Did you hear what he just
Yeah.
said?
No.
He goes, how do you think you're feeling? He goes, it's a pretty big leap from Warfather to Mike Kalinowski.
Everybody admits to you, and I say, okay, well, Greg, as far as the Intergeekdom goes, which
Going
phase
from
are
playing
you
what
in?
an IG rookie to playing a former two-time champion? Yeah, that's a
New, better version
little
of
bit of a step up there.
I would say I'm in Age of Ultron phase right now. That's right around where I'm at.
Got
I
those
was thinking
crinkles.
like
Jake
phase 1.5.
loves him.
Well, but
Oh, he's the best. I
I
can
love
watch him all
Greg.
day.
You're
Yeah.
talking about, right? We've seen what you've done before, not only in the Schmoedown in teams, you guys, big victory, your Intergeekdom play-in match. You're forced to be reckoned with when it comes to movie fights.
I love him because he's just a
You've
big
done
nerd
so
in the
much,
best way.
in this space
Yes.
already, in the short time that you've been in
Well,
it.
and we've talked about it so many times about
Is another thing where I don't think
some
it's-
players take it incredibly serious and some just want to play to play, and he's a perfect example of wanting to play to play.
How do
Yeah.
you prepare from Warfather to Kalinowski?
A lot of B12, a lot of Bang energy drinks, and a lot of looking into movies that I've never seen in my entire life. Like Green Lantern. I watched the Green Lantern.
Never seen Green
this
Lantern.
show. Never seen it before. I love studying for this show. Favorite thing in the world.
I love his laugh.
I had to watch Green Lantern for this show.
His opponent,
I'm sure you'll have to watch it at some point.
representing.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
Yeah,
With
especially
a
when you make
record
your run in
of
IG.
6 wins,
Watch out.
2 knockouts.
Watch out, IG. I'm coming for you.
He is the former 2-time movie trivia Schmoedown.
They do have a great intro. I'll give them that much.
You know the world, Mike the Killer Kalinowski.
Okay, they're in different places.
Kalinowski, the Killer.
Gentlemen.
How you doing there, champ?
Well, I'm feeling good, my friend. I'm feeling good. What else is there to feel? Back at the desk, back in there to geekdom. Here we are. Well, what can I say?
Well, listen, this is something
I'm listening. I got headphones on. I'm listening.
Good for you. Now, look, I think that there is a lot to be said. Let me ask you the first question when it comes to Inner Geekdom.
Did you just say, let me ask you this? That's my line, pal. Every time you say that.
Let me stop you right there.
Stop you right there.
When it comes to the Inner Geekdom, you had made it clear to Mark Wolf, you made it clear to me that Inner Geekdom you were going to put on the back burner and that you were going to focus on teams. Now, corruption was in a little bit of a hole, and the tournament was announced, and you decided you were going to do it. Why the decision of returning to the Inner Geekdom division?
You said it all right there. It's the fact that at the time, there was that potential IG match against Chandru, but I also had the teams match, and I had to look at where I was in my headspace as far as what can I study, and I've learned from mistakes from last year from 3 belts at a time and how.
Hopefully, we'll see it one day. I have a feeling.
I knew that belt, that team belt.
Whoever wins this tournament would have to face him, right?
Chandru or Smets?
Chandru, don't you think? Or just because he lost, he'd probably be out of it.
I would assume so, because Chandru's not even in the tournament.
I want that team's belt back, and I know Chance is hungry for it, and we worked for it, we got it, and then things happen in the world, and it's of.
Thank you for making Shannon dinner the other night, Mike.
Loudest dinner in history.
The loudest dinner ever.
All kind of serendipitously come together, because then I looked at our faction and corruption. We were dead last at one point, and I was
something
like.
About that little white patch that makes him
and things opened up.
You know that like evil.
I don't remember if you remember this.
That bad guy always has like a white.
That one little gray streak.
Yeah. Back when Rachel and I played, and I lost my belt to her, I had said to you, I was like, I want to go back and I want to play every IG competitor. I want to run the gamut. I said, and you said, no way, dude. That you're too high up. That's not worth it. But I was like, no, I want to test myself against every single.
That would be interesting.
Here we are, and a lot of people are saying, oh, you're not going to be Parker. I'm not even thinking that far ahead, because it's not about getting that belt. It's about getting points.
God, him and Parker against each other would be wild.
My entire team,
That's what everybody wants. That's what everybody wants.
These guys are dominated. They're doing fantastic, and we're all helping each other study because we're getting points. And look how far we're moving up already.
Each of them have some big tests in their way.
Yeah, it's for the team, doing what I do best.
Mike, I gotta wonder how many times it took you watching.
Do you want me to go to the match
to grow the exact replica of that beard that Sloan has when he's training in wrestling?
Right.
See how much longer this goes for.
Also, as a metaphor, because Rocky,
I don't imagine it'll be too long.
He was the champ, and although maybe that's true, he felt like he had to strip his game down and start right back in the barn and climbing snowy mountains.
Another minute or so. We're all right.
2 minutes.
How you feel?
I want to know where Mark Ellis could tell if his
I had lost.
I know, right?
IG studying. It was gone after Comic-Con last year, and I got that belt back.
Because he doesn't always wear those for his comedy shows, so does he just have those in the closet?
The last show we saw him, he was just in like jeans and a t-shirt.
That are constantly every night. Chance and I are watching before movies, texting each other, sending pictures and jokes.
He's got like his bright orange
I'm
suit.
Harder now for than I did 2 years ago.
And Makuga, I want to know.
And I found my groove again for studying again.
I've been wanting to get a wild, obnoxious blazer just to have.
Do it.
Wild bear.
Stepped up.
I know. Well, I know that Makuga gets a lot of his from Loudmouth Golf, which is where I'm kind of.
The last of the old guard. The last of the old guys that have been playing.
I think Sean got his Loud Tartan one that he wore to the awards. I think he got that from Tarjay.
Really?
I think so.
But this is the guy that
I don't know. He'll correct me if I'm wrong.
This is the guy that pissed himself on stage.
There he is. Right.
There he is. There he is.
It was really inspiring, everything Michael was saying.
I love that he calls him Michael. I love that he calls him Michael.
I do have to go to the bathroom again, but I'm going to hold it in
It's
for
going to be a
you.
long match for you, champ.
All right. So here we
bathroom
go.
break.
They switch sides. I'm
Yeah.
Get the rules of round number 1.
Jake, tell us
That's
our
my
new
cue.
rules.
Here we go.
Oh yeah,
Gentlemen,
go ahead and
in
turn the volume down just a little bit, Brian.
one, in case it's been a second or a minute since you last competed.
So for today's match and the matches where you'll see the three of us on these reactions, we're just going to play straight through. We're going to see how many points we can get, and we'll decide how the round 2 works as far as shouting it out and that type of situation. Maybe it's a first come first serve situation, but we're just going to play straight through and see how we do against all the questions. And I think that's a fun way of doing it when it's the three of us for sure, instead of flipping a coin and worrying about point differential and stuff like that. So
We're just gonna marathon it.
yeah,
maybe.
My goal today is to get more than 4 points. We will see if that happens.
Could always maybe even enforce a quick pause rule if we need to, if this gets that serious. Like a JTE of pauses.
JT.
I hope that they give us some categories that we're all decent in. That way we can have a lot of fun with this.
Yeah,
one.
please no Middle Earth.
Just give me all Harry Potter and all Star Wars questions. That's
Yeah, right there, Brian. That's good.
All right, here we go. Question.
Yeah, Harry Potter for you guys, not for me.
Category number 1 is from the MCU.
Okay.
In Guardians of the Galaxy, what planet is the capital of the Nova Empire?
Oh my God, why am I drawing a blank?
With the first question, Mark Ellis is out.
Me too.
Oh.
And 5, 4, 3.
I think we have our
2, 1. 10.
Mess this up.
I had no idea.
Xandar. Yeah. I put Nova Prime. I don't know why.
Greg.
Xandar.
No clue.
That's all I needed. For
I'm
this match.
ashamed.
Thanks for playing me, Mike. I appreciate the opportunity, buddy.
All right,
Next
Oh,
question
great.
is Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars. And your question, the name of the actress who plays Janna, a former stormtrooper in The Rise of Skywalker. Need first and
This
last.
is what I need to study, is actors and actresses.
Christian, I actually knew this.
Is someone keeping score, or are we just keeping our own scores?
You just tally it up in the top.
Oh yeah, you can
5,
tally it up in the corner. Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Greg.
I saw Mike wasn't writing anything.
Naomi
So
Ackie?
Yeah. Great job.
For Naomi Ackie.
He saw Mike wasn't
Naomi
writing, so he
I'll
didn't
remember that for
write
next time.
anything.
Okay.
Naomi Ackie. All right. So
I don't know if I
next
spelled her
question-
name right, but
Question, guys. Middle Earth.
nope. Nope.
What is the name of David Weenham, Wenham, David Weenham's character, who is the younger brother of Boromir in the Lord of the Rings franchise?
Got to interview Naomi Ackie and Kelly Marie Tran. together.
Ooh, I don't.
I could
Maybe.
name I don't even know who Boromir is.
Maybe.
Awful.
Maybe.
Fine.
I might have spelled it wrong.
3,
Or
2,
yeah, I don't know.
1. Mike.
Faramir.
Oh,
Nope.
And
I put Boromir.
No. I mean, you got farther than we did. We
Oh
had
man.
nothing.
Yeah, I love how Greg kind of peeked at his answer to make sure it was right.
I got the Star Wars question. That's good enough for me.
All
Had
right,
a slight different pronunciation on it.
your next question is in the world of DC movies.
Okay.
DC movies therein, you'll find the villainous Laurel Hedare in what 2004 DC film? Hedare spelled Hedar.
2004.
I'll just take a guess.
And 5,
I think
4, 3, 2,
maybe.
1. Start with Greg.
Is it Catwoman?
It is.
Nice.
Dang
DC, Brian. DC.
Oh, I didn't.
We have a tie
wasn't
game
paying
here,
attention.
Mark, as we get to question number 5.
I'm still looking at the
Marvel
fact that
films is the
I have
next category.
0
Marvel
points.
films. Who directed Punisher?
Oh, nope.
Oh.
Nope. No clue.
Christian,
Not even gonna try.
you were, into the comics. Where did Punisher rank for you as far as like got to get that every week?
I know her
in
first
your-
name. I don't know her last name.
Very high. 5,
Yeah.
4,
I got number 1.
3,
I think her
2,
first name is
1.
Lexi.
Pens down, Mike.
Lexi Alexander.
There you go.
Oh,
Didn't have it.
All right, so
Nope.
Kalinowski finds
Never
his
would've
first
guessed.
win here. 4-3.
I have 0. This is
To our next
horrible.
Category mark. That's
I'm not in last. We're good.
And that
Everything's
would
fine.
be from the Wizarding World
All right, let's
of
get back
the
on track.
boy wizard kid. Your question.
The boys.
In Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, what does Harry repeatedly say to himself when the Sorting Hat begins deciding where to place him? Christian, Lexi, and Alexander and I still buddies. Do you remember what she compared me to? Which cartoon character?
hopefully I got this right. I hope I'm on the
believe
level of the Harry Potter people over here.
3 accurate. 2, 1. Pens down, please. And
That's Slytherin?
Greg.
Not
Yes.
It is. And Mike.
Not Slytherin.
That's absolutely right. 5-4.
All right, we're back.
Mike keeps his 1
We're
point lead
alive.
as we get to our next question, which is Star Trek.
And we're
Star
dead
Trek.
again.
Which Star Trek film has the characters Zephram Cochrane?
I'm just
and
gonna
Lewis
gonna write a Star Trek movie.
Yeah, there's too many of them. I have.
This is crap.
Just gonna write it down and hope for the best.
Quick,
I can't even come up with it.
And 5, 4.
I'm taking a guess.
2, 1. Pens down, Mike.
Star Trek 5.
First Contact.
That's what I was gonna write.
I put Wrath of Khan.
Star Trek First Contact.
Yes, sir. 6 to 5.
I've seen like 2 Star Trek films, like the new ones with like Chris Pine. That's it.
6-5.
Hold on,
6-5. I could be wrong.
All right, what the hell is the
One
score?
more point, God.
All right, so it is 6 to 5. 6
I
to
got
5.
3.
And our
Hang
I got 4.
question number 8.
Oh,
And
wow.
that's in the universe that you adore so very much, Christian, the DCEU. And your question therein. In Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, what does Lois Lane call Lex that he says is a 3-syllable word for any thought too big for little minds?
Great question.
I do like this question. I like
Come on, Brian.
And this
What's his
movie,
Lois Lane
I've
like-
actually seen Batman vs Superman.
And
I've actually seen this one.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Greg.
Is it terrorist?
It is not
Psychotic.
Mike.
Psychotic.
You're psychotic.
Wow.
That is correct.
Darn it.
7-5.
I'm getting
Mike,
murdered, right?
We got the 4, you guys. We're doing better this time.
I love that Alba did exactly what I would have
who
done.
stars as Lamont Cranston, also known as the Shadow.
We just talked about this.
Fours, the
Oh
Shadow.
my god, my roommate forced me to watch
Finally,
this movie.
This IG. Finally, this movie.
Rachel Silverstream literally just talked to us.
We
about
just
this.
talked
Oh my
about
God.
this on Sunday.
I literally have no.
Oh my
Oh,
god, wait.
3,
I don't think this is right.
1. Pens down,
Russell
please. Mike.
Crowe?
Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin, dang
Yes,
it.
Greg.
Alec Baldwin.
Thank you, Rachel
We see
Silverstream.
ourselves
Yes, that was
down.
100%
As we
her.
get to question number 10.
Yes, we do. And now we're going to roll up our sleeves and reach our palms deep into mixed bag. Who the hell
Wonderful.
knows what's in there? Let's find out. Your question for a point.
Star
Who
Wars.
plays the character Jack Jeeves, an alien who owns a pawn
Oh.
shop and also deals in illegal weapons in Men in Black?
Let's name an actor.
Those are the 90s here. with these weapons.
I have no idea.
Come the movie trivia schmoes.
5, 4,
I'm just gonna
I,
someone,
I,
2, 1.
someone
Greg.
that's always in
Tony
everything.
Shalhoub?
That's right.
I put
Mike?
Simon Pegg. I have no
Shalhoub.
idea.
Simon
Tony
Pegg,
Shalhoub.
good answer.
So Mike Kalinowski keeps the lead here 9-7, but Greg standing toe to toe with him as
I
we
got
find
4.
ourselves a 9-7
I have
lead at the
6.
moment. Mark, we are finding our ways to round number 2.
Right.
How does that go?
It's the wheel round. Impressive
yeah.
round number 1 for both
All right,
competitors.
let's get a
Electronic
piece of
wheel and
wheel
its
spin
delightful
here.
sound effect is going to have its
Good game
turn.
so
Let's
far. I mean,
settle
look
on
at-
a category.
This is why I didn't understand. This is why I didn't understand why people were saying, "Oh yeah, KO in the second round." Greg's a good player.
Yeah.
Question. Aha.
Yeah.
But
No, I
stealing
wasn't
is
going to go
available
TKO.
in round number 2.
He's
So
not
if
a
you're
walk
sure
in the
the
park,
answer,
and he.
No.
I think a lot of it has to do just because he doesn't think he knows a lot, but he knows more than like.
He knows more than he realizes. he
Yes.
knows.
And to kind of keep their
And the thing is, too, depending on this wheel spin,
see him during the
Alba
entire
could
duration.
easily come out.
How are we doing this?
Not quite.
We're
that
just playing
close.
straight through.
We're just playing along.
No, I know, but if they say the answer,
Here's
we're
Mike, and Shannon.
We're gonna have a hard time
consulted
writing
on
down
how
fast
they
enough.
want to approach round number two.
I think we just, if we know it, we verbalize it. And if some of us say at the same time, we get the point. If not, the one person gets the point.
At the moment, Shannon, you have 60 seconds to talk to Mike starting now.
Hold 1 second. Hold on.
Oh, God.
Oh, never mind. Indy was trying to get my attention because he wanted to let you know that you're going to spin first.
I want to see
we
the
go.
dog. I like how she tells him you're spinning first. We're not talking.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
This is what we're doing. Nice.
See how that relationship works, Chris.
We see how that relationship works.
Decide if you want to stay or spin again.
Oh,
Marvel.
Skirting disaster.
Starting now.
Rough.
That's not MCU either.
I would
That's
spin
totally
again.
different. I have a feeling
Yeah.
he's going to.
Yeah,
There's
let's go
two
down.
DC wheel slices on there that.
All right, there's the spin.
Hmm,
Final.
Feeling loose, Christian. I think he's feeling very
I'm betting
confident.
money he lands on Middle Earth.
I mean, he came dangerously close to opponent's choice there.
That would be
but
the one that I wouldn't want to land on.
Yep, Middle Earth.
Oh no!
Middle
Well,
Earth.
I'm gonna keep my board down on the desk.
Yeah, or
I'm
Jill,
not
you
gonna
and I-
get anything.
I'll try to verbalize. Let's see if I can do this.
Jill, let's go
Unless
get
we
a
get like
drink.
a multiple choice.
Here we go.
Yeah. Let's
In
go
Lord
get
of the
drinks,
Rings.
Joe.
Sorry, yeah, the category of Lord of the Rings. In the
Middle
Two
Earth.
Towers, who says, "Let this be the hour when we draw swords together, fell deeds awake, now for wrath, now for ruin, and the Red Dawn."
I want to say
Isn't Red Dawn like a movie?
Theoden? Theoden?
Theoden.
2 points.
Hey!
All right. Who play in the category of The Hobbit? Who plays Beaufort, B-O-F-U-R,
Negative.
in the Hobbit trilogy?
Don't know.
I won't be doing a rewatch of this trilogy.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, James
Yeah, you get to
Nesbitt?
guess.
Ooh, okay,
B,
I'm gonna write a
William
letter down.
Kersher, C, John Callan?
I like your
D,
name.
Aidan
Your name is
Turner.
funny.
See?
It's incorrect. Greg, your choices are A, James Nesbitt, B, William Kersher, C, John
Should we show
Callan,
if we're?
D,
Yeah, I
Aidan
put D.
Turner.
I
put
put
A.
A. Because it reminded me of Toy Story.
Incorrect. Looking for James Nesbitt.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Or because it
All right.
reminded me of
Lord
I
of the
am
Rings.
Mrs. Nesbitt.
Category
Well, here's
of
why I
Rings.
picked
What is
it.
the last
Buzz
line
Lightyear.
of the Fellowship of the Ring, which is spoken by Frodo?
Thanks for the journey.
Oh
guys.
man, I think I know, but I don't know the wording. This is one of those questions where you have to get the exact wording.
You know it, but and you want the exact wording, right?
Yes.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, see.
5.
Yeah,
There
Is
you
it
go.
A, Sam, I'm glad you're with me. B, Mordor, I hope the others find a safer road. C, Frodo wouldn't have gone too far without Sam. D, I am ready to go, Sam.
We
Hey.
just
A is correct for 1 point.
I didn't know
Yay!
the wording on it.
I was like,
I
Sean
thought-
made
I'm
me
glad you-
watch this the other day. I
Uh,
vaguely remember that.
This is
I
question
have
4.
5 points. I beat my score from last time. We're good.
Lord of the Rings. Which member of the Fellowship attempts to steal
Oh
the
my
ring
God, what's his name?
in
Don't know.
Fellowship of the
What's his
Ring?
name? What's his name? Oh my God, what's his name?
Boromir.
Oh,
For 2 points.
Wasn't Boromir they said earlier in the match?
yeah, yeah.
The final,
Got
It's Sean Bean. Sean Bean's character.
Oh, he dies
final
because it's
question
Sean
here,
Bean.
Mike. In The Hobbit, which actor voices the necromancer in the
Benedict
Desolation
Cumberbatch.
of Smaug?
No, not the necromancer.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
For 2 more
Oh.
points, Mike.
Didn't he do
Kalinowski
Smog?
finds
He was
himself
Smaug. I know that.
a lead
I was gonna
16
guess him, but I was like, no, that's not
as now
Smog.
Greg Alba will have the opportunity to spin as we bring in Coy Jandrew, and the wheel will be brought up.
Look at that. Greg's only 9 points down. If he,
Greg Alba,
I got 5. I have 5 points.
manager,
I have 4.
starting now.
I have 12.
All right, Coy, let's spin. Is that what
I
we're
think
doing?
I have 5. I might have 6.
You know your strengths, you know your weaknesses, and you did amazing in that first round. And we can see that Mike
If
leads.
he runs the gauntlet here, he can go in the 3rd round leading by 1 point.
Let's
That,
do this.
woo.
So let's do this. Go into it strong.
He needs a good.
All right.
What did he hit last time?
He did.
hit
He
Harry
did
Potter.
MCU, and then Warfather spun DCU, and he got all those steals.
Got it.
Hey, Coy, you want to chat?
You got 60 seconds. Okay.
Say, Same note as last time. Now, this isn't DCEU, it's DC, so it's a little less erroneous, but it's also going to be some maybe deep cuts. If you feel confident, I got this shirt from your cousin Idris, so I believe in you.
The DC animated films,
Knows
because those
DC
are
pretty
so
well, though, right?
good.
He knows all these pretty well.
So he
I'm
could
surprised those
see
aren't
it,
included.
but
They're not theatrically
Oh,
released.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Let's see what Fate has in store.
I'm
Let's spin one
surprised
more.
some of those aren't though. 'cause
Yeah,
there's just-
smart.
Technically,
There we go.
Killing
This is-
Joke
we'll
was,
stick
but it
in
was
here,
only
bring Mike
released
back
for
in just a
like a
moment.
week. So
Got it.
God, I hope it lands on DC again.
Well, you're going to find out in a moment.
Oh.
It does.
Oh.
Land in DC.
But that's Mike's strength too.
that's only 8 movies, and they're more recent. You got this.
All right,
But I'd
let's do
rather
this.
Dropping
DCEU than
Roy
DC.
out, bringing Mike back
More
in.
recent, like I said,
Yeah.
there's only a number of a couple of them.
You can have 5 questions in the DCEU starting now.
That's right, Christian.
Okay,
Not
so we're
mortally
blurting them
wounded
out
by
if we know
Mike
it?
After Mike's run in Middle Earth,
Okay.
and now the score is currently 60
And then multiple
to
choice, you can use the whiteboards.
3. And we go to the DCEU for Greg Alba's 5 questions. Question number 1. Greg, how many Justice League members make cameo appearances
Two.
in Suicide
Two.
Squad?
That's what I was gonna guess too.
Yeah, we all get the points on that one.
Batman and
2.
I always
Batman
call
and
him
the Flash
Deadshot.
it is, and that is correct.
No, it's Flash. Batman and Flash.
Flash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, sticking with the
Yes, we all get the
DCEU. Who
Whatever, I
plays
said that right. I was thinking of the wrong movie.
in
But
Batman
Oh!
v Superman?
I literally
know.
just looked this up the other day.
I don't know his
If I
name.
see his name, I'm gonna
No
know it.
multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, Michael Cassidy, B, Scoot McNairy,
Damn it! I'm
C,
so
Mark
mad at
Edward
myself.
Taylor, or D, Callan Mulvey?
Scoot McNairy.
That is
No.
incorrect. Mike, I'm going to give you an opportunity to
Put A.
speak before you
I
go.
said
I'm going
A.
to read off your
It's
multiple
A.
choice options once again.
Nice. I'm
Is the
100%
answer
positive
A,
on
Michael
is it
Cassidy,
Michael Cassidy?
B, Scoot McNairy, C,
I
Mark
know his
Edward
face, but I don't know his name.
D,
It's Mike
Callan
Cassidy.
It's A.
Mulvey. It is A, and that's a big steal from Mike Kalinowski, Christian.
There's
Damn
1
it.
point steal there, too.
That
So
could've been
now we
2
get
I got.
to question number 3, Mark.
That is right. Back to Greg. Greg for 2 points. What does the S
Hope.
on Superman's chest
Hope,
stand
yeah.
for?
They say that in the trailer.
They do.
Any sense to me either, but it's true.
These are
Yeah.
look at
Points for
Greg
Greg.
just kind of kicking along.
This is question
Number
number 4. And your penultimate question in the world of the DCEU.
He needs to get these last two.
What is the name of the chemical plant that Harley
Ace
Ace
Chemical.
Chemical.
with Joker in Birds of Prey?
Ace Chemical.
Yeah.
It is Ace Chemicals. That's a huge 2-point get as well.
All right. So here's your final question
You won.
here.
Proud of me.
Keep the score at home. For 2 more points, Greg.
Oh wait, I got my
Film Shazam.
wrong.
What is the first name of Billy's academically
man.
gifted older foster
I don't
sister,
know.
played by Grace Fulton?
Sally.
Mary.
Wow.
Mother Mary
Jesus,
comes
dude,
out.
that's
Dang, good for him.
Wow.
So that means Greg Alba has closed
What
the
a
gap.
match. Oh,
He had round
goodness.
3.
There's that.
There's a
Hey, there you go, people. KO in the
Greg.
second round. There you go.
Lead as we see
I
ourselves.
don't know. I lost
Look
track.
at Coy.
Make
Look
our way
at
to
Coy.
round number 3, Mark. out.
Jill, I think you got you definitely got the third and fourth question correct. The third was a multiple choice, and the fourth was a. So that's at least 3 points right there.
Help us out. Need a
I'm
series of
gonna say
numbers.
I'm gonna say I have 12
total,
points.
and then they
Perfect. Perfect.
Oh, okay.
You
Give
may not
herself
I
have
the
don't
one
know
more
if that's
before
right or
me.
not.
I have 20.
a different corner of Schmoedown. Goodness. Your first question's worth 2 points. Your next one's worth 3 points. Your last one, should we make it that far,
Ryan?
is worth 5 points.
I was
And keep in mind, there is
I
no
almost-
stealing in round number
I was going
3,
to
and
tell
there is
you
no
I have a
penalty
little
for
something
missing
for
a
you and
question.
pull out
Mike
the middle
Kalinowski,
finger.
Middle
bet.
finger?
Yeah.
trimmed significantly
I
by
have
Greg Impressive
11.
round 2, but you still have a 2-point cushion.
Ooh, we got a battle.
Your numbers from 1 to 15 first.
I, for
What
some
feels
reason,
like?
do well in the DC. I don't know why.
2, 3,
Yeah,
and
me
8.
too.
I get
That's
lucky
right.
with DC just because
Mike,
I read the
Greg.
comics, and so that helps me
Can I ask
sometimes.
Coy something?
Who's your favorite
You'll-
character, Jill?
You want to use 60
Like
seconds now?
DC?
Never mind. I'm trying to remember what his birthday is. I'll go for 12 for my girlfriend's birthday.
Harley Quinn, but I also really love Victor Zsasz.
Well,
Oh,
9.
interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
he's
And what number?
like,
what are the numbers that?
actually like
Make it 2, 3,
psychotic
and 8.
crazy, and he kind
Yeah.
of
I'm feeling 10.
it
Let's
would
do 10.
also be like a real life
Now
bad
that
guy.
both
so-
you guys have put your
Did you
numbers
watch
out,
Gotham?
we're going to start.
I watched the
with Mike
first season.
And
Got
Shannon,
it.
you guys have 60 seconds. Shannon, you can say whatever you want in 60, starting now.
you already know this is where his luck runs out. So take your time. You've got all your repeats left.
God,
You know
she is
exactly
so
what you need to
brutal.
do. This
She's
is your
ruthless,
strongest
man.
round. This is your game, baby. Go take it.
All right. Thank you. And Coy, starting with you, 60 seconds now.
I heard everything
Greg, you're
Shannon
great.
said. That hurt my feelings.
You, sir, are a pressure player. Look,
I
think
love
about it. You're
Greg.
always good under pressure. You came in and you had an incredible knockout in your first round under pressure.
It
You
sucks
think
that
yourself
I
as this
want
big.
Greg
I think
so
yourself as
bad,
this big.
but-
You got this. Also, my birthday's in September, so you got one of those.
Yay,
right.
September birthdays. My birthday's on.
I have full faith in you, my friend. You just killed
So is
round
Brian.
1 and 2, and you
What?
got round 3.
September,
Boy.
baby.
Yours is September birthday.
September
All right.
5th.
That's all right. You're all right. All right. So
My
we're
mom
gonna
is the
drop-
9th.
Thank you both.
I'm 8
Coy
days
and
before
Shannon.
Christmas. It's
All right,
awful.
gentlemen. So round number 3, we are beginning now. Mike, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, Greg, you ready to go?
Let's kick butt.
All right, Mike, let's start with Greg. Greg chose category number 12, Mark.
Same thing. Shout out.
Yes, he did. Christian.
Yeah, I think
and
so.
category number 12.
Because they're going to answer pretty quickly.
Alba is going to correspond for 2 points to the Wizarding World.
Yes.
Mm.
Let's go, Jill.
For 2 points. And to tie, Mike Kalinowski at the lead. Greg, in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone
Fluffy.
is the name of Hagrid's three-headed dog.
Fluffy.
Isn't it cute? And we are tied at 17, Christian.
We are tied at 17 indeed. So
Oh,
we bounce
Fluffy.
back to Mike Kalinowski, who chose category number
Jake, did you know
2.
Fluffy?
I did know.
All right,
Fluffy.
Mike.
I promise.
Who said it?
Don't know.
Who said it?
These are the worst.
These are quotes.
Luckily, it's a
here
two-pointer.
is your quote. Which MCU character said the following quote? Why would I put my finger on his throat?
Star-Lord.
Drax.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
For 2 points. Mike
Yeah.
Kalinowski hits
Crap.
the 2. And now we bounce
he
to
goes-
the 3-pointer. Mark,
He does the
that
next.
is
It's in the
category
response to.
9.
It's in response into Star Lord.
for September. And we are going
Why would I
to,
live next?
we go to Greg Alba on that one, Mark.
It is a good month.
Wow.
And Sonny Jurgensen's number corresponds to Greg. We're in the category of Star Trek.
Oh,
Wonderful.
do it.
Cool.
And we
Look
boldly
at Mike
go
is
into this
stoked.
question. In the film Star Trek Nemesis, what is the
Oh,
name
nope.
of the shuttlecraft and dune
Got him.
buggy that Picard pilots?
Come on, Greg. Come on, Greg. Come on, Greg. Pull it. Pull it.
Mike knows it.
He 100% knows it.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
5, 4, 3.
I don't know. Defiant.
That's a
Looking
that's a
for-
great
Affleck
that's a
movie.
great guess.
I've been waiting for that question to come up for years. Damn
Don't
it.
worry. In a way, you still want that.
God darn it.
All right, so we are going to stay with Greg Alba here, who has his 5-pointer. If he hits it, it bounces back to Mike, and then Mike's going to have to answer some questions. However, if he misses it, Corruption and Mike Kalinowski will
I
advance to the
wanted to hit his
quarterfinals.
5 so bad.
Mark, he chose category number 10 for his 5-pointer.
Yes, he did, Christian. And it's our nation's capital, and it also
DC.
is
DC.
DC. That's the category that he chose. And so, Greg, for your 5-point question to stay alive and actually to gain the lead, at least momentarily, over Mike Kalinowski, here we go for 5 points. Who plays the character Lucifer
Nope.
Morningstar
I haven't seen
in
it.
I haven't
Constantine?
either.
I know who plays Constantine.
Peter Stormare.
Wow.
Oh!
Wow.
What?
Love it.
Mike
See,
does
these are the
love
kind
it.
of matches I like.
now
Yes.
seen
I don't
a-
don't need a perfect game. This is exactly what I want.
And this
have to
this
make
makes
Mike
Mike
earn
he
it.
has to hit both to
win. He's
win.
gotta hit
Otherwise, they go
He has
into
to hit his
OT.
3 and his 5.
All right,
Yeah,
Mark,
if he just hits his 3, they go to OT. But he
Ooh,
has to hit his
Just
5
hit your
to
3.
win.
Just hit
you
your 3.
went right back to Middle
I
Earth.
want overtime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just hit
Here
your
you go.
3.
In the Fellowship of the Ring,
Don't know.
who warns Frodo that a member of the Fellowship will try to take the ring?
Galadriel. Galadriel?
You need
It's
the
Kate
correct
Blanchett.
question name.
Galadriel.
For
Yes.
2 points, and we have a tie game.
Okay, don't
I
answer.
would have.
scenario
I would
for
have
Mike
loved
now,
to see
Christian, is
Coy
sudden death
when
overtime,
he
but
hit that
still has that
5-pointer.
five-pointer for the
I
win.
know, right?
I wish they would have
You're
like
right,
a little
Mark.
thing in
If
the corner
Mike
to show
hits his
them.
5-pointer, he
I'm so
advances.
surprised we're
The
this far.
fact that no one has used their
Mike advances to the
I
quarterfinals
love
if he wins.
him.
If he misses, we go to
Yeah,
sudden
no
death.
JTs, no challenges, anything. Great call, Jill.
For your 5-pointer, you chose category
Don't get
number
it, just
8.
because I want overtime.
Category number 8. You chose the DCEU.
Oh my
Of
god.
course. Of course.
He's
This
fine.
guy always.
Of course.
In Batman v Superman, we see Diana on a plane about to leave Gotham
Oh,
before deciding to
I mean, I
fight
can say it.
Doom.
It's
What
Turkish
airline
Airlines
was she
Is it?
taking?
because they made a stupid trailer
I was
about
thinking
it.
like
You're right.
It's Turkish Airlines.
Turkish Air.
And your winner!
I wonder if that one was Airlines. I wonder if
He probably would have been fine with Turkish.
what a match. My goodness.
Greg Alba.
my sentiments exactly, Mike. Greg Alba.
Wow.
Greg Alba. Damn match, buddy.
That was so.
That was
I'm gonna bring back both
a
Greg
battle.
and Coy in
Wow.
just a moment. Here,
Well, I mean, technically, Mike
Greg
was sitting there and he could have
and
easily
Coy.
lost if he missed those last two questions. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
we weren't
another
expecting him to, but
big 3
wow.
points. Didn't get the 4, but I mean,
Mike's-
look, Greg Alba
Mike
fought really,
has
really
the
hard.
best
Mike
luck.
was solid. How are you feeling
Yeah.
about
Schmoedown.
Mike's performance
Like-
in this match?
I'm feeling that, Mike, baby, you don't get a day off. We're going back to the drawing board, and you're you let me get a little too close for comfort.
Oh.
I will say though, it being your first match back in Inner Geekdom, I will cut you a little bit of slack. Come here. What was that,
Yeah.
Indy? What was that?
Puppies.
I think he said, good job, Dad. You're the best.
Well, Mike, look,
Yeah,
Greg can make
She
it
just
easy for
drops
you.
him.
No,
No.
that's a testament to him. And this is a new league, and I've said that. And this is these kids are hungry. They want it. He took me to the end there, and the stuff I missed, I had to play smart. The Lord of the Rings, I knew the line, but is it Sam?
That was
I'm
good
glad you're
play
with me.
on
Or I'm
his
glad you're with
part.
me, Sam. And that'll lose a game. And the old Mike would have lost on that one. The Lord have lost the 2 points on it.
That's very true. That is a
You don't
very
wanna-
true
you don't
statement
want
there.
Another
Who said
Flash
it? We're going
Gordon.
deeper on this. Who said it? Or no, who
Old
said it?
old Mike would have 100% just jumped at the chance to answer.
He what I
Three
noticed
rounds,
in
rounds,
this
if I
is
do
I
it.
felt like he was a lot more like
Well, yeah.
She just like tossed
Did
that
you
dog. Oh my
toss the
goodness.
it's a bed. That's a bed right there. Chilling on the bed.
You had your first
shot
game back.
for it.
Mike was a lot more chill, I feel like.
When you wake
Yes.
up tomorrow,
Like, he
He,
wasn't
he
as,
feels he
Some of
feels
those
like
guys-
that
But
experienced
like
veteran,
Shannon said, like last
right?
night, I was up to
the
4.
Yeah.
one who kind of been through it,
We did.
and he knows what he's supposed to do in and out of the game.
He was a lot
Um,
more. He was very.
Yeah, I'm done right now. But like Shannon
relaxed.
said, this is just the first step, and I got to play better than this. I got to do better. I got to keep going. But coming back of what I'm coming off of back in December, I'm feeling great. The losses that I
Definitely.
had in this, the questions I missed, I can't fault it.
Well, it's a
It
great
just happened.
point. It's a great point that you make there, Mike. Last time we saw you in Inner Geekdom was when you lost the belt to Smets in Spectacular. It was a tough loss. You're documented as saying it's a tough loss, but you played solid here, really solid. And like you said, you missed a couple, but you held strong. Maybe did some stuff back in the day when you wouldn't have done. But you see yourself now going to the quarterfinals, right?
Yeah.
And now you see yourself up against an old foe in Eric Zipper.
Oh,
It's
right.
Eric
Oh,
Zipper.
no,
And once
I
again,
love
Shannon, it
both
is
of
the
them.
dungeon. But I want to start with you, Mike. How are you feeling going into this match with Eric Zipper? Because he's got a vendetta and he wants something to prove against you.
Of course he does. And he's got Kevin Smets in his corner. And he's got the whole dungeon cheering them on. But here's the thing. I got my feet wet. I saw where my weaknesses were. I got 27 points in my first game back. That's fantastic.
Jeez,
27
yeah.
points. So, and I'm sure
Really
the
good
people
point.
out there are like, Mike's got to do better than that if he's going to take on Parker. Guess what? Parker's
That was a pretty solid Kaiser impression.
Oh, you hear that?
Yeah.
I do one match at a time.
You just
I
said
didn't
that Parker's
underestimate
not going to make it to the next round because Chance is going to beat him.
Had me
Ooh.
But I don't
That's
underestimate Greg. I watched this first
saying
match.
a lot,
and he kept me going.
And as far as we know, because I mean, we don't know at this moment. I'm sure Mike doesn't either. But Parker still has to get by Goddard. He still has to get by Goddard.
There's no just kind of easy in.
And Goddard is not a
but I'm ready,
slouch, in my opinion.
No.
that's the great thing about coming into a game. It's
Not
like,
at all.
now I know where my weaknesses. I haven't played in 6 months. So
That
now I'm ready
Parker
to
Goddard match is going to be. I feel like that Parker Goddard match is going to be just like this match was,
Dungeon,
where it's going to
and,
be a super fun match to watch.
Yeah.
And it's also going to come down.
I hate them so much.
To the left.
The thing about
Or
Kaiser,
over.
Talking about Kaiser.
corruption so much because we're so similar. Our minds are too much alike, and I don't think he likes that very much. So he's going to have to rely heavily on Parker, and I'm sure Zip will come out ready to go, but it's not going to be enough to beat Mike.
Fair enough. All right. Well, Mike.
I can't wait for the trash talking.
Zippity doodah.
Next match in the quarterfinals for you, Mike Zipper, is the next road to the semifinals. So, congratulations to both Mike Kalinowski and Shannon and Corruption, and we'll see you in the next round.
Guys.
All right, here we go. So now bringing back both Greg Alba
Good
and
job,
Corey.
Greg.
I gotta start here with Greg. Dude,
I'm
impressed. Again, like
I was
going to
say at the beginning, I was hoping Coy would come on with like a jester hat.
You hit that 5-pointer and you took Mike. You forced Mike to hit his 5 in order to beat you. So that's got to be, you got to be feeling good about that coming into your only second Inner Geekdom ever. You forced a 2-time champion.
That was only his second Inner Geekdom match.
Honestly, feeling great
Good job,
about that. Like it hit the point when I told Coy before this match, because I've seen all of Mike's matches. I'm a big fan of his. So like there was this weird sense of I'm just happy we got this far. Of the Turkish airline. I had a reaction I wasn't expecting, which is like I'm kind of fanboying out of like, wow.
You got it right.
And I got this far with him. It blew my, I told Coy beforehand, like, all I really care about with Mike is just to go the distance. I'm Rocky Balboa.
You did. Good job, Greg.
Nice reference too.
Good 5-pointer. That would be awesome. You know.
I don't know. I heard I can.
Spidey cat.
Like if I can.
I love Spidey cat.
Look at him.
And once again, like.
I hope the cat is named after a food.
It's Spidey Cat. That's his name. Spidey Cat.
Spidey Cat.
Yeah.
Lack of sleep. I did pretty good today.
That
He has
cat
an
is
Instagram. I follow
chilling.
it.
He is chilling.
Look at the cat.
It's great to hear. It's such a tightly knit unit, Christian.
Follow
Somebody
his
should tell Coy
Instagram.
that
It's
the Burger King just stole
adorable.
his cat. I do want to ask Greg this question: is that, I mean, look, Greg, history is littered, and March Madness was
He likes
pulling
to
up for
cuddle.
an unlikely victory. Then in the next round, HS gets slaughtered. That was not the case today. You pushed a Titan to his very limits, to the brink of sudden death overtime. So when you look forward at your career, do you still see yourself as an underdog, or do you see yourself as somebody who can stand toe to toe with just about anybody in any division?
I mean, I don't really know the ins and outs of a lot of these players. It's like I do have to study heavily for like a week at least. Leading up to this.
A week?
In order to do it.
He said he only studied for a week.
Yeah.
So
That's
that's
it?
why I think I always feel like I'm an underdog, because a lot of like
We know you're in a whole different monster with Star Wars.
I
know. That's fair.
I need to always stay sharp in order to do it. So
Good job,
less
man.
smoking stuff.
How do you feel about the fact that you had Greg,
Dr. Evil?
Exactly what Mark just said.
Is
You had that match with Warfather. Everyone was, oh my God, he knocked out Warfather. And then he scraps with a 2-time champ and pushes him to the 5-pointer and almost goes to sudden death. I mean, you've got to be feeling proud of this guy, even if, you guys are done for the moment.
I could not be more proud. Frankly, we went to the second round, and I was like, that's all we needed to get. We wanted to see
The cat looks high itself.
That cat is on some serious cat right now.
We actually got points over him at one point. The fact that we went to
He's
a
probably
sudden
just
death,
so used to
from the
Coy's
beginning,
energy
I
all
said
the time.
Greg
that
is
just
bigger,
irritates him.
seriously.
Oh my God.
I feel like from the beginning. Hey, it's me getting Greg to know that he knows as much as he does, even in his just now conciliatory.
I can't
speech,
wait
he
to
just
see
said,
Greg again
"I
in
forget
IG.
the things I know, but
I agree. I think the real rejects have stepped into the IG division
Oh,
and really made their plays.
He is absolutely Inner Geek.
And that's good for the league because they're such a entertaining team, and to see them play IG and the ability of just that division for them alone is really cool.
They're just fun to watch play.
Yes. I would love to see them live. I would love to see them
Yeah,
live.
ooh, them in a live show would be
And I know that they're two of the best entrances, and so their free for all stuff is always great. Obviously, Greg did the Star is Born thing, but I would just love to see them play live.
Kalinowski will be facing off against Eric Zipper here after his victory, but I did want to thank Greg and Coy. Hell of a match here, Greg. Looking forward to seeing you back in the Inner Geek Team and in teams and everything too. It was really good to see both of you guys here today. All right, so
sweet.
Greg, and
there it is. Oh, kicked Jill out for a second. There we go. All right, well, there it is. Our match reaction for Kalinowski versus Alba. Kalinowski, not surprisingly taking the victory, but like we had hoped, it was an incredibly
easy.
That was so fun to watch.
An incredibly good match. Greg Alba, the last two matches, has definitely solidified himself as a future IG player. And Kalinowski now has his first step on his return. If he wants to face Smets in the future, he's got a number of matches in his way, and seems like he's a much different, more relaxed player this time around, and that can definitely play in his favor.
Yeah, 100%. I am so excited to see Mike back playing again.
Me too.
I feel like it's not the Schmoedown without.
I would agree. Yeah, I would agree.
He's always the constant bad guy.
He's always, yes. We want face Kalinowski back.
Yeah. That'd be amazing.
It's such a good heel, though. So,
I know.
But it's really great to see Mike back. And it was also so fun watching Greg play and not realizing how good he actually was. This match was a prime example of matches I love to watch. Back and forth, some missed, some, and they were having a fun time, and that was so fun to watch.
Yeah, we didn't really see the typical serious heel Mike, and it made for a really fun match. And I don't know if it has to do with maybe that's the player he is now, or maybe it has to do with him playing from home.
Turning into like an anti-hero?
That could be very interesting. Like maybe he has like this. Maybe he has this like Punisher vibe to him, where he is kind of a killer, but he really plays with the good guy as well at points in time, And
Laura Kelly has just sucked all of the dark.
Possibly, very, very possible. Very possible.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love KO. He's always been one of my favorites, and hey, how can you not love Greg Alba? He's just freaking hilarious. So I'm excited to see where this goes. And Corruption has all of their players still, all of them.
Yeah, they are currently officially in fourth place. With 11 points, and with 3 players still, and a high probability that at least 2 of them could make it to more rounds. They could be sitting atop the standings, or at least near it in the coming weeks. Because right now, Laura Kelly's match is, when this is released, it was yesterday. And so more than likely, from what we're expecting to see, is she gets 3 points there. That would put them with 15 points, and they're tied for second place. They're tied for second place at that point.
Wow. And then it's established it's Mike versus Zipper. And then Chance and whoever wins.
Chance versus Goddard or Parker, correct? Yes. And then that's the second round, and then you have above that Hannah versus Damon, and then you have Barbarian versus Humphrey, and so the second round is going to be
a fun match.
Yeah, that's going to be I think that's going to be the more interesting match out of the second round matches, just because we know what Barbarian has in the other divisions, but he did have a little bit of a chink in the armor in his first match, and Humphrey crushed it, and so that'll be a fun match to watch for sure.
It's going to be interesting.
These matches are going to be so fun.
Yes, the tournament it's off to a great start already, and the following matches are going to be even more crazy. And we'll definitely be previewing and talking about this stuff on our main show. And that is for now, we have shifted it, and we do live Sunday nights, guys. And so if you want to join us at 6 o'clock on Sunday nights, that's where it lives, right here on this channel. For now, this is our match reaction to Mike Kalinowski versus Greg Alba, with Corruption taking the victory on this one. And so make sure you guys are following us on Twitter, YouTube, all of our audio platforms as well. That is Brian. I got the direction correct this time. That is Jill. I am Jake. We are a Certain Point of View. So as always, thank you for joining us. See you guys next time.